G'day Carbonites, welcome back to Scorched Tips, videos where I try to guide you through this brutal landscape that is Scorched Earth. And today we're going to be talking about insulation, how the weather can kill you in this map so easily. So what I've done is I've just built 5 structures, just little 1x1 boxes out of the various materials that we have. And what we're going to do is we're just going to have a look at the insulation effects of the different structures. So if we have a look at the character we've got, obviously the desert gear is going to be the best for it. It has the most hypothermic insulation. So we can see there our hypothermic insulation is 562. Hypothermic is protection against heat, and hypothermic is insulation against the cold. Alright, so 562, we're going to walk into this thatch hut. Actually, I should enable my HUD. So when you get this little house symbol, that means you'll get the insulation effects from the structure. So at the moment we are in fact counted as being in our house. I've noticed that sometimes when you walk around in certain areas of your base, you lose it. It's really annoying bug actually. Alright, so let's have a look at what it does. So it actually increases both of them actually, but I'm just going to focus on the hypothermic because on this map that's all you really have to worry about. So we actually get an increase of 191 hypothermic insulation. So when you first start off, building a 1x1 structure like this out of thatch is really key to surviving the first few moments on the map. And then obviously we got the health. We'll do all the walls. Okay, so we've got 1600 hit points on a wall. Next is the Adobe structure. So it's got 6000, so it's a bit stronger than the thatch, but the hypothermic insulation goes up by 394, which is a huge boost. Alright, next one is the wooden structure. So the wall has 10,000 HP. It's a bit stronger than the Adobe. As you can see, it plummeted our hypothermic insulation. We only have 78 now. So it dropped it by 484, which is basically death. I've got 200 fortitude, as you can see here, so that's why I have like so much insulation. But if I didn't have that, this would actually be probably hurting us. So building out of wood isn't... Honestly, it's not very smart on this map anyway, because wood's quite rare. And personally, I'd be using the wood to burn so you can get charcoal for gunpowder and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be building out of wood. Next, we've got the stone. Stone has 10,000 on the walls. There we go. And you can see their health is plummeting. We have negative 461 hypothermic insulation, which is a drop of 1023. Which is ridiculous. When I first started doing these tests, I thought it was dropping it by a certain percentage, but after trying different fortitude configurations, I realized it's just a flat drop of a certain amount. Alright, and next is the metal structure. I think we all know what's going to happen here. So we've got 10,000 on the walls, and look at that. Look how fast that is plummeting. So we're down to negative 2081 hypothermic insulation, which is a drop of 3666. Yeah, as you can see, like we would be dead by now if we, had like 150 health. So, yeah, building out of metal, although it gives you good protection, it's not very good for the weather. And it's the same thing if it's nighttime or whatever, it'll still kill you. Okay, so the next thing, what I wanted to do is to see if we could maybe layer different materials around each other to try and get the best of both worlds. So, because obviously we want to build out of metal because it's the strongest material we have. Dinos can't destroy it. It has good protection against explosives, that sort of thing. But we need the hypothermic insulation of the Adobe. So, I'm going to spawn in some materials, and we're going to try and see if we can layer this into something that protects us from both the outside dinosaurs and players, but also the heat on the inside. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, and we're back. There's one thing I wanted to test first, is if we can maybe just swap this foundation. I just want to see if that plays. I just want to see if that has any effect on the insulation. So it does have an effect. It actually dropped it. What was it before? It was 562. So it's 112 that it dropped by. So I'm not 100% sure on how that's calculating it. It probably is a combination of like how many pieces you have. But obviously it's not a very good idea to be building out of metal. Well, that's what it looks like anyway. Alright, so let's build around this with metal. We'll see if that has any effect on it. Okay, wait for the little house symbol. Got it. Okay, 956. That's still the increase from the Adobe structure. Alright. Let's encase this. Alright, so we're not getting the house symbol in here because obviously we got no roof. So it shouldn't affect this at all. No, it's the same. Let's see what happens when we put... Oh, that's gonna bug me to hell. But because it's just a tutorial video, I'm not gonna bother fixing it. It's fine. Alright, so now we get the house symbol, and we are in fact dying quite rapidly. So notice that it didn't drop as much, so we are actually getting a benefit from the Adobe structure, even though we're not inside that. But because it's inside our structure. Now let's get in this one. There we go, we get the full effect. So I could see this actually being pretty useful in PvP. Like, think of it as like this is a trap for people as well. So if someone's, you know, they blow down the wall and they get inside, if you had another chamber, oh shit, I'm gonna die. If you had another chamber that they had to try and get into, they'd be stuck inside the house, like burning to death, while they're trying to blow up your... It seems like a pretty good, I don't know, mechanic. I'm sure you could actually use this to your benefit. You would just have to always remember that when you're inside the metal structure, you need to move quick. You need to go either in or out. But yeah, that's pretty cool. And obviously you could like you could double up these structures here. So you could put a wall on this side of the foundation if it will allow me. There we go. Snap it on that foundation, so you could do that all the way around as well. I'm about to die. And the reason why I put a window in is because I wanted to see if an open window affected the insulation at all, and yeah, it doesn't. So that's totally fine. Oh, now I'm starving to death as well. I think we're gonna have to end the episode here before I die. So yeah, that's that's all I wanted to cover, really. Just good information to know what you should be building your structure out of on this brutal map. I hope you found the information useful. As always, don't forget to lead your targets, and I'll see you next time.